Welcome back to CCH Connections User Conference 2017, and we are excited this afternoon to have a group of special guests with us. We're going to talk a little bit with our OIP partners who integrate with CCH Axcess. And so Nate Sikander is one of our product manager folks at Wolters Kluwer. So Nate, I'm going to ask you if you'll do kind of a quick introduction and setup to who we have here with us today from the group.
Yes, so to my right here we have Chuck Bourke from the Normandy Group. And the Normandy Group built a utility that uses our data access APIs and makes it really easy for our customers to have full access to their data without having a technical resource to be able to utilize that data. They also do really cool things with Power BI and data visualization to provide more business intelligence insight to our Access customers.
Great.
Amanda is from CPA Charge. They are a accounting-focused payment provider. They provide ACH and credit card transactions processing, and they're from my home state, Texas. And we're really happy to have them here as well. Bill is from WSG Empire Suite. They've been an OIP partner for actually for 3 years or so now. Now we're improving that and enhancing the capabilities of their scheduling software to fill the gaps where Access doesn't have scheduling, and use our data access APIs to provide scheduling details for our customers. And then Bruce is from Australia and QuickFee, and QuickFee has a really cool payment processing system that allows a firm to send their customers an invoice and allows them to provide a loan to pay that invoice over a longer period of time, so the firm gets the money up front, and their clients are still, they're not losing that cash immediately, so they have a really cool value proposition to their processing.
Great. So we're excited to have all of you here today, so thanks for taking some time out of our schedule. I know we have a vendor reception going on downstairs right now, and I know that you have folks at your booth that are taking care of that while you're up here with me, so I owe you a wine or a beer when you're done here, since they're actually serving that downstairs right now, so you can cash in on that later. So let's talk a little bit, let's start at the end. So Chuck, tell me a little bit, so from the Normandy Group, what was appealing about partnering with Wolters Kluwer and kind of having this integration with our solutions?
Yeah, we talked to a client, and they were on the foundation product, and they moved to CCH Axcess. And one of the things that they wanted us to do is to help them be able to do business analytics reporting, but they wanted to be able to do it in their environment versus out of the cloud. And so we actually had an associate, Dan Murphy, had reached out to Nate last year at the user conference in Washington, D.C. And we had discussions then about being able to take and create the ability. We had created a product called Data Prism, and by focusing Data Prism down, we were able to make this a very non-technical solution. So basically, it's a server-based app or a workstation-based app, and it's like loading Word. But what happens is once we put it on there, it'll connect to the API, the Data Access API, and we'll take and be able to pull data from the API and land it in their environment, where they can then put Power BI Pro or Tableau or whatever they want to do in terms of BI tools. And then they have the data there that they can take and be able to consume and be able to get more information and intelligence about their business.
Excellent. And so what has been the reception thus far from folks down on the trade show floor area of the user conference?
There were some clients that have another product that are looking at CCH Axcess, and they said that this product is going to make a difference for them in terms of their decision, because they have not seen this at other companies.
Excellent.
And I think it's a really interesting point that he made, is that a lot of people have never seen something like this, especially in the accounting space. Everything has been flat, two-dimensional Excel spreadsheets. This changes that and is going to make them process the way they do business differently. And so that's one of the really cool, exciting things about this, is that we're getting a lot of insight with just our beta customers that are using this, how that's going to change their business and how they function because of the data or gaps in the data that they see, just to improve their overall experience and efficiencies in the office.
Excellent. So Amanda, same question. So as you looked at CCH Axcess and with what CPA Charge does, tell us a little bit about how that integration works with you guys.
Yeah, sure. So as a payments company focused on the professional services market, we intentionally seek out partners that serve professionals in the same way that we do exclusively. So we were really excited to find out that CCH was open to integrations like ours, and basically the integration allows people using the CCH product to enable their customers to pay invoices seamlessly without having to leave the product and enter any other logins or passwords. It enables them to stop looking for their checkbook. And for the CPAs, it really helps decrease the time to get paid and hopefully increase cash flow. So we're really excited to partner with a great brand like CCH and Wolters Kluwer, and hopefully help your users get paid quickly.
Excellent. And what's the reception been down for you guys with the attendees?
It's been fantastic. It's always great when you get to interact with professionals who are excited about a way to make their clients' lives easier. So we feel like that's a lot of the value that this integration provides, is certainly to the CPAs who are using the product, but more so to their clients. And anything that you can do to improve the end client experience makes your business stronger and stickier and less risk of losing that client. So we've been really excited to see how interested people are in just making that end user experience a little bit better.
Excellent. Anything else, Nick, that you want to add on that?
Yeah, I think accounting sometimes from a technology standpoint is slow to adopt, but I think e-payments is something that's universally sought after and recognized as the way to increase their ability to see cash flow. And for us, not having to assume any liability or risk associated with compliance and dealing with all that stuff that we don't even want to think about, but having trusted partners that handle that aspect of it and still provide value on the professional services side, get our firms paid faster, is just a huge value for us as well.
Excellent. All right, Bill, so same question for you with the scheduling part that WSG Empire Suite does. Tell us a little bit about what kind of attracted you to this integration point with our product.
Well, in fact, we've actually been doing OIP now for 5 years.
Time flies when we're having fun.
And we were one of the early adopters of OIP, and it has grown incredibly. I mean, the product was good when it came out. Now it's been absolutely spectacular, particularly combined with data access. We've been able to provide our customers not only the ability to do scheduling in a very simple way, since they don't have to re-enter client information, projects, work streams, things of this nature. It's much easier now to do that. All the information flows through seamlessly. Actual information flows back at night through data access. It's just been a world of difference. So now customers can see actuals versus schedules, which is really something that's very important to a lot of these firms. And the team, the OIP team, has just been super to work with. We make suggestions, and it takes a little time, but it works its way into the product, and they listen. That's what's really important. They've been fantastic as far as partnering with us.
Excellent. And same question so from kind of the feedback from attendees that are down there on the floor. So first of all, I do have to say for anybody who's in the audience, so your booth always has like unlimited amounts of candy. So for all of us that are eating
unlimited amounts of candy that he's forced feeding.
Yes, exactly. So there's a 2 minimum. You have to take at least 2 pieces of candy before you can leave. But he does keep us all sugared up, and we're able to get through the afternoon. So but other than people loving the candy, so how has the reception been?
The reception's been incredible. I mean, first, the acceptance of Access has been just stupendous. We've seen significant increases. 5 years ago, there was just a few firms, and now I don't think there's a firm that we run into that is not either going to Access or figuring out how they're going to Access. And truthfully, I think 2-3 years from now, there'll be a virtually 100% of the Wolters Kluwer firms, and accounting firms don't move easily. We know that, but I think the firms will see the compelling reasons to move to Access. It's an incredible platform. You continue to invest in it, and you continue to improve it. And I can't figure out why anybody would stay on the old platforms.
Excellent.
So,
and so Bruce, same question for you. So tell us a little bit about, from your vantage point with QuickFee, what was the attraction with the integration with CCH Axcess?
Absolutely. So in a previous life when I had hair. I was a partner in a CPA firm.
Did you used to look like Nick?
Never as good as that. Never a chance of being on cover at GQ. So, myself, actually, a lot of our team are ex-CPA firms as well. So we understand that a lot of the time, multiple invoices are outstanding, often over 90 days. The average sort of CPA firm's receivables is 50% above all other owner-operated businesses in the United States. So the ability to be able to offer them an integrated financing payment plan option straight out of Axcess makes it easier for the client to pay the firm and cuts their receivables significantly. Working with the team's been great. It's been a pleasure. And preempting your next question, the reception at our booth hasn't been stupendous. It's been wonderful and it's been great. We actually had a line quite deep at morning tea time. And people were actually walking away because they couldn't get to see one of us. So it's a credit to you guys to put on an event that people want to interact with the vendors at.
It's a credit to you guys for wearing the loudest jackets in the entire
Yeah, we do have the loudest
event,
jackets.
so,
Yeah.
so-
I almost
so
didn't
touche.
recognize him. So when you walked in earlier, so he always has on the money jacket, right? It's always dollar bills, and so he walked in earlier. I was like, oh yes, like this is what you look like in normal non-money attire. So
And totally not selfish, but as soon as their integration goes live, they're providing me with a dollar bill jacket as well. So
you're getting a money jacket.
I'm really excited about
I'd
that.
like to clear that up. They are $100 bill jackets.
$100 bill
Dollar
jackets.
jackets.
Thank you, sir.
Franklin's.
That's right. That actually makes a big difference, right?
Yeah, you got it.
So when I think about kind of the whole integration that we have with some of these great partners that are here that are represented in this panel, so it's very exciting when you start to look kind of forward facing in that vision of where CCH Axcess goes and kind of that whole ecosystem that's built around it. So can you talk a little bit more about that kind of and from the Wolters Kluwer standpoint, kind of where those next steps are and kind of the future state?
Yeah, absolutely. Bill mentioned that he's been an OIP partner for 5 years, and Axcess in that time frame has probably just changed completely its face over that time frame, and it's really to a point now where we have the best system on the market. And one of the things that we have focused on doing on the OIP standpoint is why are we going to spend time and money and effort and dealing with all these red tapes to do other things that aren't in our wheelhouse? So we find partners that provide value to us, to our customers, and then integrate that into our solution. So we don't have to deal with that. They support their products. They provide amazing support to our customers, and it's just a huge value add to everyone because, like Amanda said, it keeps their stickiness and retention because they're not having to go to other areas to look or go to multiple systems to do that. And we've done a lot of interviews with a lot of firms and accountants, and integrations is usually the number one or two thing that we hear from the technology standpoint. Security, obviously, probably number one just because of everything we hear about today. But integrations is really, it's usually number two or number one, and it's because they want a one-stop shop to be able to do everything and not have to work in multiple systems. And it's just really, really awesome for us. And I'm really excited about the future of our integration platform and what we're going to be offering to our customers this year and beyond.
Excellent. So I think everybody's excited. I think for this will be a great interview segment for a lot of our customers to get to see, and so for a lot of our attendees to get to see to kind of position that. I think the future is very exciting, and thank you guys for being a part of the early part of that future and helping us propel that forward. So thank you for joining us, and we will. Is there anything else that anyone wants to add before we conclude? I just want to make sure that I didn't leave anything unsaid.
It's been a great event. We appreciate the support of Water Coolers.
Yeah.
Well, we love having you all here. So with that, we will conclude and let you go actually join the rest of the folks downstairs as part of the vendor reception. And since we've got wine and beer down there, it's on me. I'll pick them up. So thank you for joining us. We'll have some more sessions from CCH Connections, our user conference 2017 tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.